I got feedback. There we go. Good morning. Welcome to my kitchen. I hope you're all ready to make a mess because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15 ingredients. 15 ingredients waiting to be made into a recipe. Will it happen? I honestly couldn't tell you. There's a grand possibility that this doesn't work and I'm going to waste all these ingredients. Grand possibility. Let me go ahead and pull my hair up because nobody likes hair in their gingerbread. Nobody. Not that anybody else in this house is going to eat it, but I myself am not a big fan of hair in my gingerbread. Hey, Shelly. Good morning, girl. Just yank my hair up, stick it in a messy bun so I can not have hairy gingerbread. Do you guys like gingerbread? Just me. I love gingerbread. And Sweet Debbie, one of my sweet clients who I adore, where's my coffee? Messaged me and said, you know what? The texture, hey Erica, the texture of Auntie Pearl's optimized muffins reminds me so much of gingerbread. They don't taste like gingerbread, but there's possibility that they could. And I said, Debbie, that is a very smart idea. So how can I take Auntie Pearl's optimized muffins and completely change the recipe and see if I can mess it up? I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? The worst that's going to happen is I'm going to waste some ingredients. Is it ideal? No. Is it the end of the world? Also, no. Right? So what? You never find great things unless you try. I am in my very baggy pajamas today, so don't be judging my awesome look that I have going on. I'm going to make these all in my food processor. Hey, Hannah. If you're watching live, give a shout out on there. Say hey. So we know. What is that? That's a crumb of whatever I made last. Jump on in here and say hey. Let us know you're all here. Right. Or we could just turn them into ornaments. If they're terrible. We could just make them into little ornaments. That's a fabulous idea. So I am taking the amounts, kind of, in Auntie Pearl's muffins and completely changing the ingredients into something totally different. Hey, Donna. Hey, Joyce. Hey, Heather. And then I'm going to cook it in my cast iron skillet because I want to. All right. So Auntie Pearl's muffins. My abs are so sore from yesterday, you guys. Oh. Auntie Pearl's muffins calls for 2.5 cups of oats, 2 cups that are going to be ground, and then half a cup of old fashioned. I'm going to twist that up a little bit for 2 reasons. Number 1, I want to. Number 2, I don't have 2.5 cups of oats. This is all I have left to my name. Last time I made oats, I said to y'all, I need to buy some oats. Don't let me forget. Well, you guys let me forget because I do not have any oats. So what do we have? We have 1.25 cup, but we need 2.5. So we need 1.25 of something else. So I'm going to put about 1 cup of sprouted flour. Will it work the same? Absolutely no idea. I have no idea. Flour and oats are 2 very different things, but we're going to try it. And the worst thing again that could happen is these don't come out. I'm going to give that a good grind first though. Maybe. I want to get the powdery. All right. Good enough. Now I'm going to do 1 cup of sprouted whole wheat flour. Is that a cup? Yeah. 1 cup of the old sprouted. The recipe, Auntie Pearl's Muffins, calls for 1/2 cup of gentle sweet. I'm not going to do that. I am instead going to use Swerve Brown. Hey, Heather. We got 2 Heathers. Can we get a 3rd? We're going to do 1/2 cup of brown Swerve instead of gentle. 1/4 plus 1/4, I think is 1/2. I don't know that my steel cut would grind well enough. Shelly, I thought of that, but I thought, if they don't grind well enough, I'll have chewy bits. And I don't know if I want chewy bits. Hi, Scotty Bunches. Hi, Donna. Did I say hi, Donna, already? I don't know if I did. 1/2 cup of optimized plant protein. We are going to do that. Anytime I have a chance that I can hide the flavor of hemp protein in something, I'm going for it, girl. It does say in the Auntie Pearl's Muffins that you can use optimized vanilla whey, but I don't want that extra sweetener. Because I don't think gingerbread is sweet, but it's not like hyper sweet, which is one of the things I like about it. All right, what else does Auntie Pearl's? They have 2 tablespoons. Hey, Teresa. 2 tablespoons of ground flax. Now, I just gave Faith a hard time for having expired flax, but these expired 2023, but that's okay. They've been in my freezer and they seem to have done okay. They have no weird smell. Who goes through that big of a container of flax before it expires? How much flax is in the original? 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to do the same thing. 2 tablespoons of ground flax. 2 tablespoons of chia. You guys, a few years ago, I said on a live that I had always wanted a chia pet. And my mother, I had asked for one every year for Christmas for my whole life. And even though my parents spoiled me to death, they never bought me a chia pet. And then I got 2 in the mail. And you know, my husband, last night we were rearranging my office and he's like, are you ever going to make these chia pets? They've been on my desk behind me, like sitting there for me to look at ever since. But I need to open them. I need to open them and actually make a chia pet. Because I like just looking at the boxes. They make me happy. And once I make them, then the experience is over. But I think it's time that I make the chia pet. Don't you guys? It's been a while. All right, 3 tablespoons of the old psyllium husk. Everybody needs that in their day. Let me just tell you. It's important as we age that we need to poop. And fiber helps that. All right. Hey, Amy. Good morning. We're going to do 3 tablespoons of psyllium. Good for activating your natural GLP-1 hormone. So do it. Quit saying, I don't know what to do about my food noise. This is what you do about your food noise right here. Just actually don't do that. You would choke to death and that would be my fault. Just eat this. Let's see what else. Okay, this is where we're going to start changing things up. A traditional gingerbread has 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Auntie Pearl's Muffins calls for 1.5 tablespoons. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do 1.5 tablespoons. Open up now. Don't play this nonsense with me. Have I never opened this? I think I've only ever opened the shaker. I'm giving it a hard time. It's not even his fault. Its fault, his fault. I don't know. Do we assign genders to spices? Probably not. It's probably against the rules. All right, 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. All right, then for gingerbread, we need a couple of specific things. We need ginger. Imagine that. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of ginger in here. Yeah, it's a lot. That's okay. It is gingerbread after all. 2 teaspoons of ginger. Also, gingerbread calls for allspice. Well, guess what I don't have? Sorry, cloves. I don't have cloves. I have allspice. What's in allspice? Is allspice its own seasoning or is it combo things? I don't know because there's no label. Let's, you know, it smells like cloves. What's in allspice? Is allspice its own thing or is it a combination of spices? Like all of them. Hence the name, allspice. You know, maybe I should just do that. Where did my pumpkin pie spice go right now? Maybe I should just do allspice, like a teaspoon. Do you think that will take our breath away? A whole teaspoon of allspice? It calls for, a typical gingerbread calls for half a teaspoon of cloves. Let's do half a teaspoon of allspice instead because we just like to be who we are. Allspice is its own thing. Okay, well, we're going to pretend it's cloves. We're just going to pretend because I don't have no cloves. We're going to, maybe I should just put some of that pumpkin pie spice in there and pretend that it's cloves because there are cloves in there. What did I just do with that? I should put it away. All right, we'll put some pumpkin pie spice. Y'all know these things. I don't know these things. Are you Googling it or are you actually that smart? Or are y'all using the Googles to make you look smart? Everybody over there on Chat GPT, what's allspice? I want to look smart. Just kidding, you probably all know. We're going to put, I don't know, 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice so that we get just whatever. I'm just going to hope for the best. Oh, Erica, look at you. You're supposed to say, oh, I know these things. All right. Salt. We need about probably 3/4 of a teaspoon, I would say. There's 1/4, there's 2/4, there's 3. Some salt. Molasses. Okay. Traditional, or not traditional, but Auntie Pearl's muffins calls for 1 cup of unsweetened applesauce. We are instead going to do 1/4 cup of molasses, maybe more, depending on the texture when this is done. I may need to add some more, but we're going to start with 1/4 cup of blackstrap. And it's going to pour down the sides. Oh, this is why I love molasses. All down the side of the jar. Now I got to wash my jar. This stuff is a mess. All right. We're doing 1/4 cup of that. Instead of, you know, I should put applesauce in this too. Do I even have any? Probably not. We're going to mix it up, see what the texture looks like, and go from there. Yeah, Amy, I'm older than Google. I'm older than Google too. Let's see. Do I have any applesauce? I sincerely doubt it. Oh my gosh, I have a whole bunch of it. And it's not even expired. Okay. So if we were supposed to put a cup of applesauce, but instead I put 1/4 cup of molasses, we could put 3/4 of a cup of applesauce, right? Let's just do 1/2 cup first, and then we'll check it. We'll check the texture and add some extra if we need to. 1/2 cup of applesauce. Hey, Meredith. Oh no, Meredith, this stinks. All right, we're gonna put some baking soda and baking powder in there. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of soda. And we're gonna do 1 1/2 teaspoons of powder. Not using that spoon. I mean, who are we kidding? I'm probably still gonna use that spoon. I vacuumed like 3 months ago. It's okay. Baking powder. How much? 1 1/2 teaspoons. I really should be measuring with a teaspoon. 1 1/2 teaspoons would be 1/2 of that. And then we're gonna go with liquid egg whites. Well, liquid egg whites means cracked open eggs because I pulled my liquid egg whites out of the fridge today and they expired in January. I didn't even think they'd been in my fridge that long, but they expired in January. So clearly I've been eating a lot of egg whites this year. So underneath the Papa John's pizza is a brand new thing of eggs. And we're just going to separate them and get some egg whites. This way we need 1/2 cup. These are big old eggs. Might not take a ton. Hey, these are big ones. I mean, look at these things. They're huge eggs. I think it's only gonna take 3 to give me half a cup. Maybe even 2 would have been enough, but we're gonna go with 3. Yeah, that's over half a cup. It's close enough. Close enough. Half a cup. It's just barely over half a cup. Egg whites. Set those aside and pretend that I'm going to do something with them. Kefir. 3/4 cup of kefir. You guys, this kefir has been in my fridge. I am so out of routine with my kefir. This is completely separated. It still smells like kefir, but I mean, it's been like 2.5 months since I've made kefir. Really, really, I mean, it's fine, but it's back up here. How much kefir? It says you can use unsweetened almond milk, but I've got kefir, so I'm going to use kefir. 3/4 cup of kefir. And then 1 apple and raisins. I ain't doing that because this is gingerbread. So that's it. Let's see. I'm going to spray I'm going to put some coconut oil in my skillet here. My old cast iron. You haven't made any what since the walls came down? The muffins. You know, I've never made the muffins. Oh my gosh, I was like, what is that sound? Something's on fire. It's my husband. He's not on fire. It's water running. Sound like something's on fire. Oh, kefir. You haven't made kefir since the walls came down. I'm catching up, Mary. I don't know. I don't know, Amy, if cottage cheese would be good. I think it might mess up the texture, potentially. I think it might mess up the texture a little. Oh, I should have smelled that first. It needs more ginger. That needs, how much ginger? Did anybody pay attention? I put 2 teaspoons, I think. Let me see, what did it call for? It called for 1 teaspoon. I put 1 teaspoon. Traditional. I think it needs a little more. I'm gonna do another 1/2 teaspoon. I don't know, it's not far off. I did 2 teaspoons. All right, well, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Is your belly button an innie or an outie? I don't know. What's yours? What the actual heck? Oh my word. The internet is a fun place to live. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to spread my gingerbread in here. And you could totally do this in muffins, but I'm going to do this like a cake. Annie. All right, I'm going to put this in the oven. And I'm going to bake it. Because that's what you do with ovens, is you bake. So, you think, Erica? We're going to bake it on 350 for, let's see, how long does a traditional one bake? 40 minutes. We're going to check it in about, I didn't put any vanilla. I wanted to put my vodka vanilla in there. I forgot. Because you don't really need vanilla in this stuff anyway. I am going to bake it. I'm going to guess probably 30 minutes because it's not super, super thick. It is nice, Mary. You should try it. You should try getting an oven, Mary. Just kidding. I know. You'll get your oven back and then we'll all be jealous of your beautiful new kitchen. Just gingerbread, Meredith? Just? Do I make anything that is just? It's gingerbread. It ain't just nothing. I don't do just. Yes, sweet Miss Debbie messaged me one day and said, you know what the texture of Auntie Pearl's muffins tastes like? The texture, not the flavor. Gingerbread. And I love gingerbread, is what she said. Well, I do too. I love gingerbread. I always have. Like cookies are okay. Gingerbread cookies are okay. Other stuff with ginger is okay. But gingerbread, like the cake. Oh. And the one thing about this is I just cooked it in a circle pan and a good piece of gingerbread should be square. But it's okay. I can get past that. But with whipped cream on top, which this I probably won't do. I might do, that's right. It's never just toast. I might do like some whipped yogurt, flavored protein yogurt or something on the top. Or even canned whipped cream because that would be a small amount of stuff. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do canned whipped cream if this comes out well, and I really hope it does. So I'll come back later today and show you all how it came out, if it came out, and hopefully it will be the most delicious thing we've ever tasted. Probably not, but you just never know. It might just be just gingerbread. Well, it's definitely going to taste better than lobster. My husband said, except for lobster. No. All right, girly girls, I love you. You too, belly button girl, guy. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all back tomorrow for devotions. I'll come back with pictures if it comes out well. Wait, Julie, and get my feedback.